Obtv, live from Old Bakery Studios here in Truro. On tonight's show, we have Willie Edwards from Wille and the Bandits, Night Motor, as well as Sam Richardson and the Renegades. I'll also be speaking with Sheila Vanloos from Vanloos Reviews about some recent releases. First up, we have Willie Edwards.
Back's starting away, knees starting to shake, teeth staring right back at you. Love me when my fire's on. Skin starting to crease, mama getting to seize. We don't need conversation. Love me when my fire's on. Temptation of hearts with soul, love devotion that never gets old. Tell me that I'm counting days, but this way relight those flames. Love me when my fire's on. Love me when my fire's on. Love me when my fire's on. With money I must go. It's my shout. Skin my leaves, skin beginning to crease. We shared our memories, but love me when my fire's on. Together raging, it's a beautiful thing. We don't love that way, but love me when my fire's on. Temptation of us with soul, love's devotion never gets old. Tell me that I'm counting my days, but this way relight those flames. Love me when my fire's on. Love me when my fire's on. Love me when my fire's on. 'Cause when the hour's gone, it's my shout. Temptation is a vice with soul, love's that devotion that never gets old. Tell me that I'm counting my days, but this way, gonna relight that flame. Love me when my fire's on. Love me when my fire's on. Love me when my fire's on. Love me, love me, love me. Love me when my fire, love me, love me.
So I'm now joined with Sheila Vanloos from Vanloos Reviews. We're going to be chatting all about some brand new, wonderful music that's just dropped. Hello again, Sheila.
Hi. Yeah, very exciting. We've had some brilliant new releases dropped on us. 50 Year Storm Intravenous came out on the 2nd of April and it's already going great guns. Now, 50 Year Storm are well known for their very dark storytelling and their dirty rock music. This trio are on the nail with this one, and it's a really personal tale. It's dark. It's all about addiction, one person and the way they battled the demons, how, you know, they just felt their life was wasted and useless, and how they come out of it, basically. 50 Year Storm, dark storytelling like they do it, and yeah, I just think it will hit a note with a lot of people. Next up, the wonderful Chase Snowden. Although not based in Cornwall, he spends a lot of his time down here. Plymouth guy. The band is actually now based in Bristol, more for the work than anything else. But the new EP, Are You Sitting Comfortably, Then We'll Begin, is just brilliant. The boys are on form on every single track. And Chase swaggering up front vocals. He just draws you in and you just want to hear more. So that's a great EP. Are You Sitting Comfortably? Then We'll Begin with Chase Snowden. We've mentioned Sarah McQuaid, I think, in previous shows, and this is about her St. Burying Sessions album. The album itself isn't out yet, but she's gradually dropping tracks with a video. But I think at the end of it, there will be, all 15 tracks will be released as a full concert film.
That will be beautiful.
And it is beautiful as well. It's very, very lovely. Every song is stunning, and she's such an amazing multi-instrumentalist. You can't go wrong with Sarah. So that's Sarah McQuaid, and interestingly, Sarah is on the next album that I want to talk about, which is Lawrence Ilsley. He's a new name on the music scene, and he's actually an award-winning Cornish poet. But he's changed over and gone into the music side of things. So his debut album, Trees, has just dropped. And he teamed up with the aforementioned Sarah McQuaid, plus Roger Luxton and Martin Stansbury, who all provide backing vocals. So the songs are very much poems, but you know, they do sing them, and they're beautifully done. And the whole album came out of Lawrence losing his mum, which again sounds very dark and sad, but actually it is about grief, but it's a kind of uplifting look at grief and how we come out of losing somebody who's very, very dear to us. So that's highly recommended, that album. It's Lawrence Ilsley, and the album is called Trees. Perfect Blue Sky, well, what can you say about those guys? They are just amazing. Psych, grunge, rock. They look as if they've stepped off the cover of a 70s prog rock album. They're just the most amazing duo, and so lovely. Their writing and musicianship is fantastic. All their tracks are beautifully constructed. There's a lot of psychedelic, you know, feel on I think particularly the last 3 singles. There's very psychedelic feel about them. Maybe not quite so close to the grunge that we've had from them before, but they're definitely still rockers in every sense of the word. So that's Perfect Blue Sky, and nearly all of these are based in Cornwall. So amazing. Yeah, we've got a really great music scene, as everybody at the Old Bakery.
Oh, we know. We're very grateful
well
for
aware.
it.
Swimming My name's Justin, I'm a ceramicist and I have a studio at the Old Bakery. I studied at Cornwall College and Falmouth Art School, studio ceramics. I then kind of went off being a musician until my late 20s and then got to the point where I suddenly thought, ooh, I really miss ceramics. And yeah, I found myself dreaming about making pots. Clay, the material itself is what inspires me. I don't know how it's going to make me feel until I actually kind of start working with it. I think that's the nice thing about it. I don't make lines of things. I haven't got a load of contrived ideas about what I'm going to make. I like to make and it to be a kind of a discovery where you don't necessarily know exactly where you're going, and it's like it's a bit of an unknown adventure. I think it's the process of throwing that really does something, because it's the business of throwing on a wheel. You've got what the clay does to you, but then throwing on a wheel is like a meditation without having to meditate. So the wheel going round is a repetitive thing, which is like a kind of a mantra, and that's incredibly calming, and everything else seems to fall away. My studio is Studio F2 at the Old Bakery, which has a fantastic view out over the water. You can find me online at Justin Hallawell Ceramics and at J Hallawell Pottery Sessions.
Back to life down country roads.
I miss out of life. And I know it's lame, but I miss our late night phone calls. Trying to guess what you're saying as you're falling asleep on the line. And if you wanted to stop on by on your way back home tonight, well, I can leave the back door open for a while.
Wish I could be there today. Lie in my old bed that you made. You're 90 years young, and I miss you, Mom. But distance is the shelter we've been made. 'Cause I wanna dance with you in our family home, raise a glass to you in the house where I was born. 'Cause I can picture you on your own tonight. I just got to say, hope you're doing alright. See you in Dad's old rocking chair. I know the years have made you less aware. Can't think what you imagine. Hope you know you're not abandoned. But distance is the shelter we'd have made. I wanna dance with you in our family home, raise a glass to you in the house where I was born. And I can picture you on your own tonight. Just got to say, hope you're doing alright. Home to sing goodbye. Home to sing goodbye. Home to sing goodbye. Oh, you know I love you, and I know you need these words tonight.
So I'm now joined with Matt and Morgan from Night Motor. The tables have turned because Morgan is actually normally behind the camera and involved in all of the edit of Obtv. So it's fun that you're on the sofa instead.
Hi.
What a way to introduce yourself.
Hello.
Who are your influences as the band?
Well, it's all sort of punk and post-punk stuff. So for me, Cabaret Voltaire, Suicide, Magazine, but it comes really, the music comes from just the spirit of getting up and having a go.
Yeah.
You know, no, it doesn't matter about efficiency, as you can tell.
Or talent.
Or talent. In fact, it came from a book, Rip It Up and Start Again, Simon Reynolds.
It's a good book.
And he talked about the Slits wanting to be a band, and they couldn't play the guitars, but in a way that generated more interesting music because they didn't learn your bar chords, they just did their own thing with making noises and sounds, and that's basically what happened with Night Motor.
What's been your favourite release that you've done to date?
Well, there's a couple. One we just put out as a video, which was a cover version of the Virgin Prunes, Caucasian Walk, and from nowhere that got picked up by quite a few French radio stations.
Big cult band, you see.
Massive cult band in France, especially Paris. And that got a lot of airplay for us and sort of built a lot of attention to us. We got a lot of, basically, if you mess with the Virgin Prunes, you're going to get killed by the purists.
Sacrilege.
So we had a lot of like comments about it, but it got a lot of airplay. Didn't we?
Yeah, it did.
And the video like whacked up to 10,000 views straight away. It's
Great, we just did it in his garage.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
So what are the plans for 2021?
Well, the good thing that came out of lockdown is I wrote a bunch of songs. I say wrote a bunch of songs. I demoed them with slam down guitar and a simple beat and my awful voice. That is where it starts. One day I'll just release all of these demos.
No, don't.
And then I just sort of like hoik it to the band and then we kind of push it to where it needs to go.
Yeah.
And luckily everyone else has got a sense of melody where I don't have. But I'm just, to be honest, I don't care about the musical side. I just want the words to be a certain way. That's what I'm kind of important to me. We got a little bit of artwork there for you, which I'll zoom in on screen.
Yeah,
Shameless
can we zoom in?
self-promotion.
This is called, the album's gonna be called Fatal,
Amazing.
and it'll be out fairly soonish.
Yeah, fairly soon. That's taken from a photo though, isn't it, as well, that?
Yeah, it's a famous picture, but I just like the meaning of it. Being quite morbid, the album is a lot about love and death. Most of the songs are about death. And it just seemed fitting that we have this sort of almost romantic thing on the front of the cover. Really.
But with really nice bright colours to make everything
Yeah.
all right.
So you're playing for us your track Live Today, which I believe is on the upcoming album. Can you tell us a bit about the track?
It's dead simple, as in it's kind of a journey of a person who's going through a bit of a crisis. And it starts from birth and then ends up being basically being cremated, but with an awful bit of crisis where he finds out he's bipolar.
A bubbly massive bacteria left out on the pavement. No physical entity, a rush of biology. Science made me a fool. Hot shit, I've done it before. Please open your legs. Blood pain, here I come. Welcome to my life. It's all so wonderful.
to dumb myself down. Oh, I'm crushed by depression, completely delirious. My life is a circus, so fucking hilarious. Welcome to my life, and it's slow decay. I am above it. I am above it. Release my happy soul like smoke in the air. I am above it. 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 I am above it.
I'm now joined with Wille Edwards from Wille and the Bandits. It was lovely to have you play a live set for us. How are you doing?
Great, yeah, it's nice to be here and playing music again.
Be back in a venue again.
Yeah, exactly, being in a venue and one, we know quite well and, familiar faces, it's nice.
Yeah, just to be able to play live stuff and actually not really have an audience, but I mean, there's enough of us in this room.
There's
It's
other,
nice.
other
Yeah, it's other
people, It's like when I play to like my little girls, they don't really get the same enthusiasm,
No.
They just want me to put Peppa Pig on or stop playing, Daddy,
How long have you been working as a band?
So Wille and the Bandits is probably 2006-ish. We started by just getting a van and touring up and down the coast. So we used to sort of go from, Bude down to Penzance and just chuck like loads of guitars and surfboards and live in our van pretty much for years and years. So, now we do sort of one show a year in Cornwall and we're sort of all over the place. So it's developed into something quite amazing, really.
Yeah, completely. Has there been a highlight within those 15 years?
The main highlight is just playing music for a living is great. It's the best thing ever. And I think every day that's happened has been, it's a privilege and just sort of enjoy every day. And I think that's from like this pandemic, we haven't been playing so much, it's been, you really miss it. And I think it's not just the gigs. I could say like, the gigs are great, but it's the traveling, we're touring up around America in a beat up old van. It's just hilarious, some of the things you encounter and the stories that, live with you for the rest of your life. It's the whole thing. If I had to pick a musical highlight from a gig, I'd say playing the Iridium in New York. We got asked to play, which is Les Paul's Jazz Cafe. We got invited to play that in New York, which is sort of like, had Bowie, Paul McCartney, everyone's played there. And being asked to do that was pretty special. How's
it been going from, as you said, like 300 gigs a year, and then obviously 2020 was a bit of a curveball. How's that transition been for you guys?
I'm quite an optimist anyway, and I there's certain things I have enjoyed being off the road, like spending more time with my family, being in the sea a lot more. Being back in Cornwall was great. I live here because it's lovely, and sometimes I haven't always had the time to appreciate it, so that's been good. We've been quite lucky with the lockdown because it gave us time to write an album and sort of we had a whole year to pretty much to prepare an album and to work on it. Normally, when I'm touring, you're making up the days where you can. Yeah. So that has been a real great thing.
You've hinted at an album. Is that something we can expect in 2021?
Yeah, definitely. So we're very fortunate, from years of touring, we've got a loyal fan base, and we crowdfunded the album and we tripled our target in 2 days. So,
amazing.
Yeah, we've recorded the album at Sawmills, which might be one of the last albums recorded there, with John Cornfield, is legend producer, produced like Supergrass, Robert Plant, Oasis, Muse, everyone. So we're working on that. We just haven't been able to finish it just yet because of the lockdown. But once that's out of the way, we hope to have it ready for like the autumn, and then we'll tour it next year.
Amazing.
Extensively.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, that's going to be so exciting. I think everyone's so looking forward to extensive long tours hopefully in 2022.
I mean, I really hope so. I mean, just traveling, I mean, it's lovely, and, Cornwall's a beautiful part of the world. We're very blessed to live here, but, you can go a bit stir crazy as well.
Yeah, and you learn a lot by like being on the road and experiencing a lot of different cities.
I think experiencing different cities in a sort of skint musician way.
Yeah.
It's great because you end up in some weird places and you always get help from people. You end up meeting some of the nicest people, you know. Very different, like touring. If you like, the thing I always think is, as a musician, when you sort of tour somewhere, you're welcomed in, like really much. Like you've brought people all this joy, and they want to give it back to you, and you see the best in people. Whereas a tourist, everyone will rip you off. You know, they don't want you there. You know, like you're clogging up their town. So you see things, you see, you know, the world from a very, very beautiful way, maybe in rose-tinted glasses, but it's a fantastic experience, and just bringing happiness to people is a great thing, you know.
So now let's go back over to Wille on stage.
I am criticized, scrutinized, or why I should search, spend so many days excavating mud. I'm a lonesome child that never knew his blood, spent so many nights in bed, dreaming of your love, and I believe in angels. Watch yourself asleep, and I believe in redemption. I'm an insecurity. 4 million days feels like I lost 4 million ways. 4 million days feels like I'll do anything to find you. I see an image of the man inside of me. Every day that passes, there's a glimmer of hope will meet. I see a reflection, and I sometimes see a face, a mirage, a glimpse of a man I chase. But I believe in angels, they watch us endlessly, and I believe in redemption. I'm an insecurity. 4 million days feels like I lost 4 million ways. wars, they will be fought again. The holy dove.
Convictions and convulsions in equal measure. Good fortune is available for one and all. Bad things and stupidity will always prevail. It's not my fault. The composition called life. It's not my fault. I'm just a body that dies. It's a complication of life.
Thank you for watching the show as always. Please make sure to give us a follow on social media to see what we're getting up to. The gig calendar is getting really full, so make sure you check out the website to see what shows are being booked. Hopefully see you back here next time. Welcome back to Sam Richardson. He's here with his band, the Renegades, and this is Up All Night.